Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Young Monster 3, and I'm finally back with yet a new video. A new video. And In this video is gonna be the top fem. Damn, can't speak today. Top five the month of June. So these are like the five best films that I've watched during the month of June for the very first time. So well, yeah, let's begin right away. At number five, we have a pretty new film called Fall. I think the film's title is really like boring, just Fall. That's just the title of the film, but it was released in 2022, so 2 years ago. Very new film. It's basically about these climbers climbing up this. I mean, they really like to climb like dangerous stuff in general. So these ladies decide to climb this really tall tower in the middle of nowhere somewhere in the U.S. I believe they said sometime in the film that it's supposed to be like I think it's the third or fourth like tallest building, whatever, like in the entire country. So it's an interesting film. It's very similar to another film called Frozen, which was directed by Adam Green. So if you like that film, you probably might like this one as well. And if you're afraid of heights, you're probably going to be really terrified by this film. So keep that in mind. But yeah, Fall at number five. And then at number four, we have a Disney film, which I don't think I've ever seen. I'm aware of it, but it's the film. At number four, we have the film The Fox and the Hound from 1981. I think I've seen some clips and bits from this every now and then, or like throughout the years, but I've never seen the full film before. But I think this is a very underrated film in general. It feels like most of the Disney films from the 80s are very underrated if you don't count The Little Mermaid, which I also watched for the first time not too long ago. But I think that's a little bit overrated in my personal opinion. But The Fox and the Hound is pretty much like the story about the of friendship, basically, like these like different type of characters coming from different types of backgrounds and whatever, and they kind of bond with each other, like the dog or whatever and the fox or whatever. So really interesting film in general. So yeah, give it a shot if you like the older Disney films. So yeah, The Fox and the Hound, number four. And number three is a film which is the third one in the trilogy or whatever, if you will. I mean, I don't even know sure if you're gonna call it a trilogy because they made a recent one that came out this year. But War of the Planet of the Apes, which I am gonna discuss a little bit more with my friend Matt, because that's probably gonna end up on his channel as well. So once we've made that video and once he's uploaded that, I might link that down below in the description, and you can check out the video or check out his stuff. He's pretty much like an expert when it comes to TV series and stuff like that. So yeah, if you like that, give him a sub. So yeah. But anyway, War of the Planet of the Apes up number three. Then at number two is a film that really surprised me. This film, surprisingly, is directed by the same guy who directed The Bunny Game, which came out in like 2010 or 2009. I'm not really sure what year it was, but that film was a piece of garbage. So when I saw that, I'm like, why? Wait a minute, that's the guy who directed this, and this is just completely different. Once again, it's like with different types of like friendships and whatnot. It's like this girl who starts to hang out with this guy who's sort of like a rebel, like a low life criminal in a way. So once again, that's like really the characters that drives this film onwards, and I really respect that, because sometimes when it comes to some of the newer films, it feels like they focus way too much on the special effects and like the CG and stuff like that. In this one, it's really the characters and the storyline itself that is really interesting, and yeah, really well written characters in general, I would say. So yeah, Dinner in America at number two. And at number one, we have an 80s. I'm not really sure if you can say classic because I barely hear anyone talk about this one at all. But at number one, we have the film called The Lost Starfighter, which is sort of similar to Flight of the Navigator a little bit, but I would say this is more interesting and more fascinating. And it's just because the whole premise that this guy gets recruited by some sort of like space aliens or whatever, just because he's beaten this arcade game, or like he beats like the high score like throughout the film, and then he gets like recruited into this weird alien facility, spaceship, whatever, in order to defend this colony or whatever. So I thought that was very interesting and really cool premise. And once again, the characters. I mean, it's not really so much. I mean, some of the effects in this one, even though it's an older film from the 80s, the effects are really good. but that's not the main reason why I like this film so much. So same as with The Dinner in America, this one is also because the characters are really well written and really likable, and it has a really nice score to it as well, really great soundtrack. So if you do like old school sci-fi films in general, if I haven't seen this one, I can highly recommend this one. So The Lost Starfighter at number 1. So there you have it. Those are the 5 best films that I watched during the month of June. I'm not really sure what type of video is going to be the next one. Maybe another ranking video, maybe a top list, or maybe a review video. I haven't made a review in quite a while, like a horror review, so I might do that as well. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this particular video, and see you next time. Bye bye.